Mr. Clerk, will you read the caption to Senate Bill 218-218?
Senate Bill 218 by Senator Robertson, the 29th, and others to be entitled an act to amend Title 15 of the Official Code of Georgia annotated relating to courts, so as to provide that the Prosecuting Attorneys Qualifications Commission shall be assigned for administrative purposes only to the administrative officers of the court. This bill having referred to the Committee on Judiciary Non-Civil, that committee recommends that this bill do pass by Rules Committee substitute.
Representative Gullett is recognized to present the bill.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm sorry for those of you who got bombarded by your sheriffs, but just for full transparency, in the Rules Committee this afternoon, we removed the entire section that was problematic. I think that was an abundance of caution, but just if your sheriff reached out to you with concerns, that entire section is no longer in the bill. What this bill does is it moves the PAQC, Prosecuting Attorneys Qualifications Commission, from the PAC, which is Prosecuting Attorneys Council, to the AOC to solve some conflict of interest issues. It allows the PAQC to issue subpoenas, and it creates penalties for the misuse of subpoena issuing. It clarifies the appeal process and lays out that the PAQC is the first step, Superior Courts, second step, Appeals Courts, third step, Supreme Court, the fourth step. And it also modifies the confidentiality related to DAs and Solicitor Generals at their request, so they can find out about complaints made against them but have been dismissed before reaching the public stage. Additionally, it'll specifically addresses their concern that if a complainant publicizes that they've filed a complaint, the PAQC can tell the DA or solicitor what's going on so they can respond appropriately and publicly. Mr. Speaker, it's a cleanup bill, and I appreciate your favorable consideration. Happy to answer a question if there is one.
The gentleman has one question. Representative Moore to your left is recognized for a question. Representative Moore.
Does the gentleman yield?
I do.
Thank you. Can you tell me if this particular version of this bill includes Section Code 151610, the Georgia Anointed Code in this?
So say that one more time. Does this version of the bill include the section what?
151610.
I don't know. Take a look. What's that section do? I'll maybe give you a better idea from there.
Well, what that section actually does is require that there is a deputy a sheriff deputy take care of every courthouse and every superior court judge. In this particular version of the bill, it takes out every sheriff deputy and gives a gun to the attorneys.
No, ma'am. That section was stripped. This is LC 492429S. That's not in here.
But it still did not put back in Georgia Anointed Code 151610, which requires a sheriff deputy on premise at all times.
It's not removed as part of this bill.
Absolutely, it did not put it back in there.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you.
I ask for your favorable consideration. Yielded well.
The gentleman has yielded the well. Is there any objection to the previous question being ordered? Hearing none, the previous question is ordered. Is there any objection to withdrawing the committee substitute? Hearing none, the committee substitute is withdrawn. Is there any objection to adopting the substitute offered by the Committee on Rules? Hearing none, the Rules Committee substitute is adopted. Is there any objection to agreeing to the report of the committee, which was favorable to the passage of the bill? Hearing none, the report of the committee is agreed to. Shall this bill now pass? All in favor of the passage of the bill will vote yes. All those opposed will vote no. And Mr. Clerk, will you unlock the machine? Have all members voted? All members now voted. If so, Mr. Clerk, will you lock the machine on the passage of House Bill 218, the yeas are 149, the nays are 18. The bill having received the requisite constitutional majority is therefore passed. Mr. Clerk, will you read the caption? Will you read the caption to Senate Bill 12? Senate Bill 12.
Senate Bill 12 by Senator DeGinn of the 47th and others to be entitled an act to amend Article 4, Chapter 18 to Title 50 of the Official Code of Georgia annotated relating to the inspection of public records so as to revise provisions related to documents and records in the possession of private persons or entities. This bill having referred to the Committee on Governmental Affairs. That committee recommends this bill do pass by committee substitute.
Representative Victor Anderson is recognized to present the bill. Chairman Anderson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My friends, I'm bringing to you Senate Bill 12. And before I start, I want to confirm that we're dealing with LC 473644S. This is the version of the Senate bill that passed out of Governmental Affairs Committee, not the version that was presented in rules on Wednesday. So this bill does basically two things. It defines the custodian or lawful custodian of public records. And the second thing it does is it specifies that a request to view those public records must come through the custodian. And then it further clarifies that any third party, individual or business or organization that in conjunction with the government may have some of those records, that those records would be provided to the custodian upon request. Mr. Speaker, that's what this bill does, and I will stand for any questions.
Representative Sam Park, right in front of you to your left, is recognized for a question.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Does the gentleman yield?
Yes, sir.
Is it not true that I greatly appreciate that Senate Bill 12 has reverted back to the original version that passed out of the Senate with near unanimous support and that also passed out of committee with carefully vetted language?
I do believe that, sir, and as am I.
Is it not true that Senate Bill 12 is provides narrow, safe, is drafted in a manner that is narrowly tailored to accomplish its purpose?
Yes, sir. I do. The gentleman knows of what he speaks, and thank you.
Thank you so much.
Gentleman, Representative Todd Jones to your right is recognized for a question.
Does the gentleman yield?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much for bringing this bill, but isn't it true that this clarification language is going to protect Georgia companies' intellectual property?
It will, and also individuals. So thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, if there are no other questions, I will yield the will.
The gentleman has yielded the well. Is there any objection to the previous question being ordered? The chair hears none. The previous question is ordered. Is there any objection to adopting the committee substitute? Hearing none, the committee substitute is adopted. Is there any objection to agreeing to the report of the committee, which was favorable to the passage of the bill? Hearing none, the report of the committee is agreed to. Shall this bill now pass? All in favor of the passage of the bill will vote yes. All those opposed will vote no. And Mr. Clerk, will you unlock the machine? Have all members voted? For what purpose does Chair Lady Smith rise? She waves. All members voted. Mr. Clerk, will you lock the machine? On the passage of Senate Bill 12, the yeas are 167, the nay is 1. This bill, having received the requisite constitutional majority, is therefore passed. Mr. Clerk, will you read the caption to Senate Bill 207?
Senate Bill 207 by Senator Strickland of the 42nd and others to be entitled an act to amend titles 20, 26, 31, 33, and 43 of the official code of Georgia annotated relating to education, food, drugs, and cosmetics, health insurance, and professions and businesses. This bill having referred to the Committee on Judiciary and Non-Civil, that committee recommends that this bill do pass by Rules Committee substitute.
Representative Tyler Paul Smith is recognized to present the bill. Representative Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I bring to y'all today Senate Bill 207, the Rules Committee substitute, and as you'll see, it's brief, and this would allow for the ability for our firefighters across the state to hire someone who has completed their first offender status. I would be remiss if I didn't thank Floor Leader Lauren McDonald for some of his work in this area. And, Mr. Speaker, that's what the bill does. I'll yield for any questions if there are any.
Gentleman has no questions.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'll yield and ask this body's favorable consideration.
Gentleman's yielded the well. Is there any objection to the previous question being ordered? Hearing none, the previous question is ordered. Is there any objection to adopting the substitute offered by the Committee on Rules? Hearing none, the Rules Committee substitute is adopted. Is there any objection to agreeing to the report of the committee, which was favorable to the passage of the bill? Hearing none, the report of the committee is agreed to. Shall this bill now pass? All in favor of the passage of the bill will vote yes. All those opposed will vote no. And Mr. Clerk, will you unlock the machine? Have all members voted? All members voted. If so, Mr. Clerk, will you lock the machine? On the passage of Senate Bill 207, the yeas are 170 and nays are 0. The bill, having received the requisite constitutional majority, is therefore passed. Members, we're going to take up a local calendar, and then we're going to stand in recess and have some barbecue. Our local calendar has a couple of local bills with homestead exemptions bills and some further action. 3 bills on the local calendar relate to homestead exemption and require a 2/3 roll call vote for passage. 2 bills are in the agree-disagree posture. 1 bill, having received the requisite number of signatures required, the House delegation wishes to agree to the Senate substitute. The other bill, having received the requisite number of signatures required, the House delegation wishes to agree to the Senate substitute as amended by the House. Third reading and passage of uncontested local bills. If there is no objection, we will vote on the local calendar as a whole with a recorded vote. Hearing none, it is so ordered. Mr. Clerk, will you read the local calendar?
House Bill 896 by Representative Clark of the 100th Hall County. Senate Bill 332 by Senator Jones of the 10th DeKalb County. Senate Bill 234 by Senator Payne of the 54th City of Dalton. Senate Bill 235 by Senator Payne of the 54th Whitfield County. Senate Bill 336 by Senator Moore of the 53rd Dade County. House Bill 685 agreeing to the Senate substitute by Representative Gamble of the 15th Bartow County. House Bill 750 agreeing to the Senate substitute as amended by the House by Representative Cox of the 28th Forsyth County.
Is there any objection to the previous question being ordered on the local calendar? Hearing none, the previous question is ordered. Is there any objection to agreeing to the report of the committee, which was favorable to the passage of the bills? Hearing none, the report of the committee is agreed to. Shall these bills now pass? All those in favor of the passage of the bills on the local calendar will vote yes. All those opposed will vote no. And Mr. Clerk, will you unlock the machines? For what purpose does Representative Carpenter rise?
Parliamentary inquiry, please.
State your inquiry.
Is it not true that the Representative Carpenter from the District 4 has a senator by the last name of Payne, and this legislation would not be very kind to the fine people of Whitfield County?
For what purpose does Representative Park rise?
Parliamentary inquiry.
State your inquiry, sir.
Is it not true I greatly appreciate my friend from Dalton, but it is also true that you reap what you sow?
Okay. For what purpose does Representative Camp rise?
Parliamentary inquiry.
State your inquiry, ma'am.
Is it not true this might not be the last local calendar of the day?
Well, the ladies chairs committee, so we'll certainly follow her lead. All members voted. All members voted. If so, Mr. Clerk, will you lock the machine? On the passage of the local calendar, the yeas are 112, the nays are 59. So here's the posture of these bills. House Bill 890, these bills required a majority. House Bill 896, Senate Bill 332, House Bill 685, and House Bill 750. Those four bills have received the requisite constitutional majority and are therefore passed. Senate Bill 234, Senate Bill 235, and Senate Bill 336 have failed to get a two-thirds majority, and they have failed. Okay, we have a couple of announcements for dinner time. All you country boys are ready for supper, and girls. Chairman Gunther is recognized for an announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the Judiciary Committee, we have Jim's Smoking Q from my neck of the woods coming down here bringing ribs and barbecue. And their slogan is, "You can smell their butts for miles." So it's really good. I suggest you come and eat with us.
Did you really say that?
That's their slogan.
You can smell their butts for miles. I want everybody to hear that one. So that's Dreamland? That's Dreamland?
I can't hear you.
Who's the name of the barbecue joint?
Jim's Smoke and
Jim's. Okay. Representative Sharper is recognized for an announcement.
I'm going to be very, very brief. Thank you so much, Speaker. Thank Angela Moore for the cheesecake and everything she did. Thank you so much for that. And also, she's been honored as the Trailblazer of the Year Award by the National Association of Women in Arts, Black Women in Jazz and Arts, and the Black Women's History Month honors. So we appreciate her being a celebrity publicist and also working hard in the entertainment industry. Thank you so much, Moore. Appreciate you. That's my sweet mate, y'all.
Representative Coyer, do you have an announcement that needs to be made? Okay, everyone give the gentleman your attention. Representative Gabe Okoye. Then I'm going to tell you about the barbecue from Dreamland.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Hey, everyone. If you signed up to go to Nigeria in July, please look out for my email. We are about ready to start collecting payments, and you are going to have fun in Nigeria. And if you are interested and haven't signed up, right now we have about 48 people signed up. If you are interested, please see me. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, sir. Here's the deal, members. Your dinner and my dinner is in room 216. We have barbecue from Dreamland. I don't think they had the same slogan as what Chairman Gunther's group did, but they're in room 216. Now, this barbecue is for House members and for House staff. So when everyone's fed, if there's anything that remains, that may open the door. But for right now, we want to ensure that all of you have a nourishing dinner. It will be delicious. House members and House staff. All right, members, this House will be in recess until 7 p.m. 7 p.m., and then we will get on with the order of the day. 7 p.m. House will stand in recess.